Please like and subscribe.
Five-Minute Marvel Spiderman Stories. A very strange night. Spider-Man had been called many things: amazing, spectacular, and sensational. But today, no matter how hard Peter Parker tried, he wasn't feeling amazing, spectacular, or sensational. Today, Spider-Man was very, very sleepy. For the last week, Peter wasn't sleeping through the night. His dreams were troubling, silly, and sometimes downright spooky. A week of nightmares makes for one sleepy crime fighter. Peter didn't think much of it until one very long spider yawn almost allowed Shocker to ruin the policeman's ball. Spider-Man groggily swung into action. He webbed Shocker's gauntlets before knocking the vibrating villain to the floor with a well-timed kick. Look! Not only is he a menace, but Spider-Man was sleeping on the job! J. Jonah Jameson shouted from his table as Spider-Man swung away.
You make me so mad.
Spidey knew he needed to see a specialist, someone who was truly an expert on dreams and the human mind, and he knew just the doctor to call.
Yeah.
Dr. Strange, Peter said, greeting his old friend. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I've been having trouble sleeping, Dr. Strange said as Spider-Man entered the Sanctum Sanctorum. He had felt Peter's troubles long before Spider-Man had come to his doorstep. Dr. Strange threw his arms wide as he conjured the magical Eye of Agamotto. The Eye of Agamotto has shown me that you've been experiencing nightmares, Strange told Peter, and now it will show those nightmares to me. Soon, Dr. Strange was looking at Spider-Man's nightmares. In some, he was back in elementary school and forgot to wear his pants. In others, the Sinister Six were winning every battle against him. Dr. Strange was not only able to see the future and the past, he could also see right into a man's very soul. Your sleep is interrupted by the supernatural. Your dreams are being invaded by the most dastardly of nocturnal threats. Your mind is plagued by the villainous Nightmare himself, Strange shouted. With a snap of his fingers, Strange placed Peter into a deep trance. Then, with the help of the Eye of Agamotto, he dove straight into Peter's dreams.
This is not a dream.
Peter once again found himself pantsless in front of his entire class. And though he was embarrassed, he was no longer alone. Dr. Strange stood tall beside him, urging him to see the nightmare for what it truly was. The dream is yours to control, Strange told Peter. Peter concentrated, and the class vanished. They were replaced by the master of bad dreams, Nightmare, and his trusty steed, Dreamstalker. The Sorcerer Supreme commands you to release your hold on this hero, Strange shouted. But Nightmare simply laughed. I take powers from dreams, Dr. Strange, Nightmare began. And with a hero as strong as Spider-Man, I'll finally be great enough to defeat you. As Doctor Strange and Nightmare launched into combat, Peter knew he had to help the Sorcerer Supreme. Even in the dream state, Spider-Man had to lend a hand, and he realized he knew just how to do it, by using the power of imagination. Peter thought and thought and thought as hard as he could. To his amazement, the dream around him began to change. They weren't in Peter's school anymore, but on a giant chessboard, and Spider-Man was in control of the pieces. It would seem Spider-Man is using the powers of his own dreams against you, Doctor Strange declared to Nightmare. Spidey played move after move, defeating Nightmare's pieces, until the villain was the only one left in play. Outnumbered, the villain retreated, leaving Peter's mind. You've won today, Strange, but you've not seen the last of me, Nightmare shouted as he rode Dreamstalker out of Peter's mind and back to his home in the Shadow Realm. Don't worry, I look forward to defeating you again, Doctor Strange replied. Peter woke with a start, pleased to find the good doctor waiting with a warm cup of tea. This is Wong's special herbal blend, Doctor Strange said. It should calm your mind after a night like this. After saying goodbye to his old friend, the tired hero swung home, changed into his pajamas, and slipped under the sheets. There were no monsters under the bed, and the only things in his closet were his clothes and his spider suits. So, for the first time in what felt like weeks, Peter Parker finally got an amazing night's sleep.
Good night.
The end.